You see, the modern economy, saturated with information and choice, has undergone a fundamental shift in its most valuable resource. You see, we have moved from an economy of scarcity, that is, of land, capital, or labor, to an economy of abundance, that is, of goods, data, and content. Where the new bottleneck is now is the scarcity of attention. This transformation has established attention as the most valuable and the true currency of our current economy, especially this digital age. This transformation, as we're seeing it, is a finite resource, very finite. It's not unlimited. It's a finite resource for everybody. That is, company, individuals, media platform, political movements, everybody has to compete for this scarce resource, this attention. In this new economy of meaning, the mechanisms that convert raw human attention into quantifiable values are trust and story. That is what provides this resource. Again, in this new economy of meaning, the mechanisms that convert raw human attention into quantifiable values are trust and story. So the core question here is that what happens when attention becomes currency? You see, when attention is currency, it ceases to be a mere prerequisite. It moves from just prerequisites for a transaction to becoming the product itself. The paradigm shift in this has very profound consequences for both individuals, institutions, and just the very fabric of our society. The rise of attention economy means that a person's focus, their time, their mental space, all of these are directly monetized. Platforms do not charge you money. Instead, they extract and then they refine the user's attention, which is then sold to advertisers or other interest groups. So again, I ask, what happens when attention becomes currency? This changes the way we look at everything, and in fact, the society itself. There are three ways that this will shape, or this is shaping out. There's the zero-sum game, whereby attention is a finite resource, and every minute we spend scrolling on an infinite feed is a minute not spent on productive work. Deep reflection or genuine human connection requires attention, and that time that we've shifted from providing that deep focus work, for providing time for deep reflection, and for providing time for human connection, it's now being competed with the infinite scroll. This now has created a relentless zero-sum game, and that is the zero-sum competition for slices of consciousness. When attention becomes the price, algorithmic manipulation becomes the most important thing, or at least it takes center stage. The most successful entities are those that are best at hijacking our attention. Algorithms are not optimized for truth or utility or well-being, but strictly for engagement. Again, when attention is the price, the most successful entities are those that are skillful at hijacking it. Algorithms, as you know them, are not optimized for truth. They are optimized strictly for engagement, not utility, not truth, and not for your well-being. Just so you know. When this engagement is achieved, it is often through very emotionally charged, polarizing, or sensational content. Have you ever wondered why? the only thing that gets you to stop now on the internet is something that puts your politics to question, puts your thoughts to question, insults your religion, or insults your culture, or in some scenario, puts your sexuality into an awkward position. And then you find yourself responding emotionally to this charged, targeted content. When this becomes a thing, we have now skewed information towards viral and away from value. This is what the whole algorithmic manipulation is doing to us. It's less about utility, it's less about your well-being, it's strictly about viral and less about value. So, a consistent story will create a consistent brand association, which then provides cognitive shortcuts and reduces the cost of consumer acquisition. The component of belief is the consistent story. The component of brand equity is the brand association, and the value it generates is the reduction of thinking, and therefore makes it easier to acquire the customer. Trust/credibility is the component of belief, and what it creates for brand equity is the perceived quality and loyalty, and this allows for you to charge premium. That's the value it generates. This insulates the brand from any scandal or drama because the people will defend it. In short-term scandal scenario, that is what makes brands, movements, individuals, builders survive. Because trust and credibility will create perceived quality/loyalty, which allows you to charge premium and also to survive short-term scandals. The last one, shared values create brand identity and aspiration, and this converts customers into advocates and therefore drives repeat business and cultural relevance. You've seen how brand equity can convert and create value. It takes the components of what a consumer believes, it turns it into a brand equity, and then it creates reputable and premium value. Brand equity is the value premium a company derives from the recognizable name and the positive consumer perception. This is what it is. A company would only enjoy this equity because of the belief in their consumer's mind, because of the recognizable name in their consumer's mind, and because of the positive consumer perception. Above and beyond the value of raw products, it is an intangible asset that manifests in tangible results. Belief is an intangible asset that manifests into tangible results. It is abstract. It is not real. It's inside the mind. We can't touch it. But it is this perception. It's so powerful that it can make people do tangible things. So the thing they have in their mind then makes them pull out the things from their pockets. And every brand, every company, every movement, every individual, every designer, every builder must understand how to create this brand equity in this current attention economy. And I will break down to you now what happens between the components of belief, the components of equity, of brand equity, and then the value that comes from it. What happens, and then the results. Just as a company's brand equity is built over time through consistent promises and positive experiences, so is a politician's, so is a nation, so is an influencer or anybody. So these rules are not only for products and services, but also for individuals, and also for country, and also for movements and races, in fact. repeated, consistent promises and positive experiences influences and then compounds. And if it is also negative, it compounds in disfavor of that brand, of that politician, or of that nation, or of that race, or of that product and services. A brand with high equity like Apple, Tesla, Chicken Republic, just think about it. Any brand that you know that has high equity can charge a premium. It can survive product flaws. It can launch new ventures with built-in momentum. And similarly, a public figure who has built high belief equity, they can weather a controversy. They can command a loyal audience regardless of shifting trends, and they can generate mass mobilization because the audience has already done what you call a pre-verification through the information based on the story and the stored value from past trusts. This applies a lot to some of the contemporary politicians that we see today, either on the global world stage like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who consistently survive short-term scandals, or to the ideas of countries like Nigeria, whom are averagely young people, therefore, and yet still based on this trend, still vote politicians of specific age group or way older. It is because a brand with high equity can charge premium, can survive product flaws, and they can launch new things with inbuilt momentum. The audience has pre-verified, and that cognitive decision making that would have allowed them become a bit more scrutinous has been reduced. Now, the danger of this analogy, or the danger of this brand equity as we know it, is that it can be built on manipulated or fabricated stories. This is the cause of misinformation in the world. Anybody can now weaponize brand equity. Any brand, any politician, any individual, and they can weaponize it with fabricated and manipulated stories and still achieve the same aim. That is the real problem of the current attention economy. And just as brand equity can be built on clever marketing, when the story is consistent and compelling enough, the belief itself becomes the foundation of value, and this can often override inconvenient facts. That's why today you see certain individuals rule or hold or own certain positions, and then you're surprised that the value system of the world is supposed to affect them. However, through clever manipulations or through clever marketing, they have owned and they have created a consistent and compelling enough story which has now become the foundation of value that can now make it become a moat for them to fight against even truth or fact. This is a big problem of this brand equity conversation, of this storytelling economy, storytelling powers, as well as attention as currency. The economy of meaning as we know it is defined by the core reality that attention is the ultimate resource. And this is true today, this will be true as we go into the future. It's a very volatile currency, without a doubt. It is easily earned and can also be instantly lost. We've heard of many stories like that, from the instant overnight success to instant nobody. The only two forces powerful enough to stabilize this currency and convert it into lasting, scalable value are what I have broken down: trust and story. So remember, we have these thoughts, or we have this unpacking moment so that we can understand how to generate value and retain value. And whilst indeed attention currency is fragile and volatile, I hope we have now learned that the way to harness it, at least so far that we have learned, the two powerful forces to harness it and turn it into value are both stories and trust. Trust provides the efficiency, the confidence that allows value transfer to occur quickly and repeatedly, while story provides the meaning, the narrative, the context that transforms from a fleeting glance, from an overnight success, from a viral moment. That's what CP was telling Cosmas Maduka. That whilst the attention might look nothing or random or valueless, the smartest thinkers of tomorrow, starting today, knows that they can convert this fleeting glance into a durable belief. And stories is how they pull that off. In the digital marketplace, the winners will not be the persons with the most capital. In the digital marketplace, in the digital age, and in this digital future we are marching towards, the winners won't be the ones with the most capital, but those who are adept at earning attention, weaving meaning, and cultivating belief. You may not know, but you've seen it. The richest persons today, financially, are spending so much money to hold your attention and to stay within your visibility. Why? If they are so rich and so comfortable, why are they not in their palaces and mansions somewhere, secluded and reclusive, away from the world, as we know that the rich of the yore and the rich of yesterday did? Just like they pay for serious information, they have also paid for smart insights that lets them know that the winners won't be those with the most capital, but those who are adept at earning attention, weaving meaning, and cultivating belief. You've seen that play out in the Nigerian elections in the last run. I will not say names, but you get my point now. Therefore, and thereby transforming an intangible psychological resource, attention, into concrete wealth and influence of the 21st century. Thank you.